Hello Marvel Legends, it's your boy DG here and I've got a knife. And why is the screen dark? Is it? Hey, that's better. Okay, where were we? Yes! I've got a knife. So it means we have an unboxing. And oh, what an unboxing it's gonna be. This is a big one. Another big one. Two big ones back to back. Oh my God. The excitement is high, okay? Now, look, this is another Neca unboxing. Oh, don't go away, don't go away. It's okay, it's okay. It's okay, I know it's not Marvel Legends, but stay with me. I'm trying to grow and broaden my horizons. Give Neca a chance. All we are saying is give Neca a chance. Yeah, because like the Neca videos are not doing so well on this channel. Funny, considering that I based my entire channel on Marvel Legends. Go figure. But one of the reasons, I had a little brain fart though, one of the reasons why I wanted to start collecting Neca is because I'm just wearing my headphones. Oh gosh, that's so much better. I'm going to stop shouting now. One of the reasons I started collecting Neca was because I love the Terminator. Like, that's always been my thing. Terminator and RoboCop, to the point where I eventually played the Terminator in Universal Studios, like dream come true. So I wanted to get the Terminator set, and I was like, I'm not going to get them one at a time. I'm going to get the whole damn set. So let's do it. The first one, I know this is going to be the T-1000 here. I don't know why I'm giving you the spoilers to my own show. And here he is, folks. The motorcycle cop version of the T-1000. Why the motorcycle cop version? I'll tell you why. Because in T2 3D, the theme park ride in which your boy here played the Terminator, the T-800. I know you're thinking, dude, you're a bit skinny for the T-800. It was a big leather jacket, trust me. It worked. I mean, I'm 6'3", and actually I was pretty yoked back in the day. It's just, you know, it's really hard for those of you who like don't train at the gym. Like, it's really hard to maintain muscle mass when you don't need it. Anyway, I digress. But the T-1000 in that show is motorcycle cop. Because of course, with the glasses and the hat, anyone can play him. So here we go. Being Neca, it's got the lovely door on the front. And there is oh gosh, all the reflection of the lights here, it's terrible. But there is Motorcycle Cop. Let's get him out of the box so you can actually see what's going on here, rather than squinting of all the lights of my terrible, terrible setup I have here. It's not going to get any better when I move. But hopefully you'll stick with me, because that's what I always say on this channel. It's more about the personality and the bounce than it is the actual quality of the videos. You gotta come for the bounce. And here is the T-1000 with so much going on. That's why we love Neca. We love Neca so much because they give us so much. And in return, we give them so much money constantly. But this looks great. It's straight up Robert Patrick. Let's crack him open. So satisfying. Oh, I gotta be careful, all the accessories are popping out too. Oh, he's secured. He's secured inside. I'm not used to things being secured inside. Alright, let me cut him loose. Without nicking the figure. There we go. All right, I launched his pointy hands all over the place, so gonna have to make a mental note to find those. Oh gosh, yep, here you go. There's another pointy hand, which is not too pointy, kind of downward point, and there's what I'm guessing is a trigger hand. All right. Oh, by the way, this episode is sponsored by Ramsbury Flint Napa. I should come up with like some clever name for drinking toy reviews, like the Ale Vengers, or Arts, because it's like arty, and crafts, arts and crafts. No, screw you guys. All right, let's take a look at the T-1000. Oh, 5 minutes in and I'm getting to the first figure. How about that? There he is out of the packaging, looking so good. Again, for Terminators, the fixed expression is terrific. It's what you actually need. He's got, what is it in here? Oh, he's got his radio in his back pocket there. He's got the stripe down the leg, the motorcycle boots, the belt, the puffy jacket. This is just straight ripped out of the film. God bless you, Neca, you're amazing. The helmet is beautiful and shiny, and he's got the reflective Ray-Ban style sunglasses. This is just straight out of Terminator 2. This is just beautiful. You see his leg is a little wonky donk there. I'm not too. Oh, is that? Oh, okay. Woo-hoo-hoo, I got a little worried there. No, he's got like kind of an ankle pivot, so that was straightened out there. I'm still getting familiar with the Neca figures and what they can and can't do, sort of articulation wise, like what's normal and what's not, what should and shouldn't be. But this looks great. You can just imagine this guy falling out of the liquid nitrogen truck and getting doused in the freezing cold liquid. I love this film so much, and this is the less iconic version of the T-1000. I think I'm going to have to get the regular police officer too. Yeah, can I keep this picture? He's a good-looking boy. Because that's like classic Robert Patrick. But again, from the show that I was in, this is the T-1000 from that set. So what else have we got? I'll move the ludicrously expensive Spinatron 5000 over here, so that we can actually, while I'm playing about with these, we can keep them on a rotation. Oh yeah. I spared no expense. So while T-1000 is spinning around there, we have the trigger hand, as we said. We have two pointy fingers. This is the call to John. I know this hurts. And of course the through the eye of the security guard, played by the same set of twins from Gremlins 2. Those guys had a nice little run in the early 90s. And then they kind of ran out of roles for twins, I guess. It kind of dried up. All right, we have another trigger hand. We also, okay, we're getting towards like the money pieces now. I'm not sure if I dropped anything else behind me. Hopefully not. We've got the sort of blade type arm that I guess he uses in the elevator in the Pescadero State Mental Hospital, where he like, and then opens up the elevator, which of course doesn't really go with this motorcycle cop, but hey, it's it's added value. It's more bang for your buck. So we dig that. All right, that's, oh yeah, the guns. Gotta have the guns. So, we got a couple of guns. We have the pistol, which he unloads so many times in that film, particularly in the mall fight in the hallway, and the snub-nosed Uzi? Nah, this isn't an Uzi, is it? I really don't know my guns, but the machine gun, which he uses in the helicopter when he's chasing them in a helicopter. One thing that was so cool, which it took me a couple of viewings before I got into the hundreds. I noticed that, they actually have it so that he grows a third arm. So he has two arms piloting the helicopter, and he has an extra arm firing the gun. And it's like, you only notice it, just only like a blink and you miss it. Like, it's almost like a mistake. It's like, oh, you can see the stuntman's hand doing this. It's like, no, I think it's a genuine, like, that was the whole idea. But it's such a small, subtle thing. It's like, oh, that's why that movie's so good. And also, that freeway chase with the helicopter, there was a stunt where the helicopter flies under the bridge, and apparently, like, everyone said, like, the health and safety and insurance people were like, you can't do that. You're not allowed to do that. And James Cameron and the helicopter pilot were like, should we just do it and not tell anyone? They're like, okay. So apparently that was it. There's just Cameron filmed the helicopter fly under the bridge, and they were like, totally weren't supposed to do that. But nowadays you would see that in CGI and you just wouldn't think twice about it. Okay, got the extra heads now. It's funny, I want all my boxes to be mint and stuff, except for the plastic, where I'm like, nah, I'll rip the crap out of that. Ugh. So we have the wonderful split open busted melon head, which is just, this is so weird and wonderful and wacky. I remember when I first saw this in the movie, like for the first time ever. I think it was a clip that I saw before I saw the movie, but I was like, that is insane. And then of course when it comes back together, kids, you got to bear in mind this was 1991. We this blew our minds. You know. One thing, again, this is super nerdy, but if you notice in the actual film, there's a split second when he opens the elevator doors and T-800 points a shotgun at him. When the shot changes to his head splitting open, you see his head is open like this before the gun fires. It's just a little thing where, like, if you see the film enough times, you'll notice his head's already split and then the gun fires. You're like, geez, Dave, I'm watching videos about toys. I thought I was a nerd, but you really are a freaking nerd. I gotta say, I love Terminator. I love the 2 Terminator films. Those are the only ones that were ever made. Never made any more Terminator films after that. It was a perfect franchise and they put it to bed. And then, of course, we have plain Robert Patrick head here. And he looks intense. He's got that... angling my fingers in such a weird way. He's got the awesome, badass, terrifying look to him. I'm trying to focus, but it's not going to work. People do like that weird sort of like hand behind the figure. I don't think that really helps much. So still, he's got the great Robert Patrick head and hair. But I'm not going to put him on here because, again, he never has this look in the film with this body and that head. But still, all I really need is this guy here looking like this. This is just absolutely beautiful. The question is, wanting to be like movie accurate, do I give him any kind of weapons? Because he never actually, he doesn't fire any, I'm trying to think, he doesn't fire any guns when he's in this mode. Well, he fires the machine gun, I guess, when he's in the helicopter. So yeah, I need to change the arms, but, or change the hands, but there you go. I can give him, well, that's lost forever now. I'll find it. I can give him the little machine gun there. Oh no, that's funny. I heard a crack and I thought that was the machine gun falling out of his hand, but no, it was just the plastic packaging. All right, 12 minutes in and we have done T-1000. I hope you're comfortable. These are the kind of videos you have on in the background. You don't sit and watch these intently. It's like background noise. You're tidying the house, doing stuff like that, and you can just enjoy me rambling on about the greatest movie ever made. Actually, it's not my all-time favourite movie, but it's right up there. I sat down one day when I had nothing to do, and I was like, what are my top 100 movies? And I opened up an Excel spreadsheet, and I figured it out. And I think I decided that Jaws was my number 1 movie of all time. And I think that was followed by maybe RoboCop and then Terminator 2. But it's a close run thing. It's a shame I couldn't have played the shark at Universal Studios Jaws ride. I could have got 2 out of my top 3 films. All right, I'm opening up from Comics and Cocktails the other 3 essential characters from the Terminator 2 movie. Oh, this is a big one. This is a big one. This is a set I was so excited for. The Sarah and John Connor set. The box looks awesome from the pictures online. The artwork and the graphics on here look gorgeous. I used to have the single Sarah Connor figure. My girlfriend at the time in Japan bought it for me as a gift. But I sort of donated it to the T2 staff when I left. All right, I'll try and be gentle, but forget it. We're ripping this open. There we go. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Look. Oh, my goodness. I want to stare at it more before I show you guys, but look at this box. This is beautiful. Let me just move the Spinatron 5000 over. There we go. Look at how beautiful this is. Look at that artwork. Look at the graphics. They're shiny, reflective. It's like a comic from the 90s with some holo foil. We got the artwork pictures on the back recreating the scenes from Mexico, Cyberdyne, and in the steel mill. Oh gosh, this is going to be an awesome set. I'm so excited. Let's open up. There you got the photo there of the figures. And there they are in the packaging. Let old Dave have a look at these now. Oh yeah. This was a good purchase. This looks pretty good. Pretty good. Let's very carefully slice these open. And let's take a look at John and Sarah. Because there was a single John figure as well. So John has been released with the dirt bike as well, which I think goes for a pretty penny. In comparison, this set is relatively cheap. Because, yeah, the dirt bike set is pretty hard to come by. I'm not sure if maybe it was like a Comic-Con exclusive or something. I don't know. But either way, I was like, nah, I'll just buy the re-releases, thanks. I don't need to break the bank. The bank has been broken and crumbled to the ground and then burned and buried. The bank is a crater in the ground right now. Hands up watching this if your bank is also a crater in the ground, thanks to all of this. So worth it. I would do it again. And for some of these, I'd pay double. Look, there they are. There's Sarah and John in the packaging. And Armenia. All right, who first is the question. I gotta get used to this whole Neca strapping things down. It's like, it's not a bad thing that they do. That's not a bad thing. It's a good thing, as DDP would say. I'm just, one of these days, folks, one of these days, I'm gonna fling that knife in my face. And that'll be the first video to get 5,000 views. I won't even be mad. All right, here is John Connor wriggling his way out of the packaging, and here he is. Look at this. Look at the, excuse me. I'm so careless, it's terrible. Once I've got them displayed, I'm very careful. But this is great. He's got the whiny Edward Furlong look from the movie. Actually, to be fair, you know, an action movie with a kid as one of the main stars, John Connor was not annoying, which so easily could have been. He was actually a very good character, and I thought he was a decent little actor at the time as well. It's such a shame, like, the poor guy seemed to go so off the rails, and I don't blame Eddie Furlong for that. I mean, a child in Hollywood at that time, at any time, was probably a horrible environment. So God bless him. I hope he does all right. But we will always remember John Connor. We will always remember Edward Furlong as this character here. Now, bone of contention. Where is the decal on his t-shirt? I don't know what. It almost looked like the Bullet Club sort of logo that he had, but whatever it was is not on here. So I'm guessing, is that a copyright thing? Was it a band logo? That's crazy. I purport to be like such a huge Terminator fan. I'm like, what was that on his t-shirt? But either way, it's not on here. So I have no doubt there are some decal people who probably do transfers and stuff you can put on there. I probably won't. I'll leave well enough alone. But as a figure, he looks great. He's got he's got expression on his face. He's got the great military jacket. His sneakers, which actually look a lot like the Kyle Reese sneakers from the original Terminator. They look like the trainers that Kyle Reese stole from the shop when he first arrived in 1984. So that's really cool. Like little details, like his watch on his wrist. Lovely, lovely care and attention, as always with Neca. That's never in doubt. We've established that very clearly. And for his accessories, we have the backpack, which of course he throws the T-800 arm in, along with the chip. But there's one more chip, and it must be destroyed also. That gets me every time, lump in the throat. So you can fling the bag over one shoulder, all right? This is the 90s. You don't wear your bag on two shoulders, all right? Not if you don't want to get beaten up at school every day, or at least mocked relentlessly. So actually that fits beautifully. That's so nice. That really is just beautifully sculpted, and there's enough flexibility in the in the bag that you can sort of maneuver it over the shirt, and by the looks of things it'll lock in nicely in place. So that works really, really well. I gotta watch the movie again and see, does he wear his bag over two shoulders? If he does, he's a dweeb. Two shoulder. Oh, two straps. Oh, look at me with my two straps. I'm sure he doesn't. The future leader of the Resistance wouldn't do that. And this is great. We have the T-800 arm from Cyberdyne Systems. Got Skynet by the balls now, don't we? This is very, very cool looking. So I was wondering if you could twist this off. You maybe can do. I'm not fussed. It's fine. It's just a display piece. So that's fine. I'm going to pop that. The Spinatron 5000 is going to run out of space. We also have... yes. It's not something that I'll really pose him with, but we have his... I hesitate to say laptop. It looks like a giant calculator. But his device for obtaining easy money. That's very, very cool with the wires, bendy wires here. The little bit that he plugs into the ATM. Again, it's just a little attention to detail. All the individual keys. It's just stunning. I'll pop that in the center there as well. And I think that might be it for John Connor. Yes, that's it for John. So I probably shouldn't leave him with the T-1000, but I'm going to risk it. Hopefully they'll behave themselves. It's kind of like that, problem-solving thing with the fox and the hen and the grain, and how do you take them off the island? Well, I'm going to do the worst possible decision and leave John safely with the T-1000 and assume they're going to get along just fine. All right. The two big ones now. The two main event players. Oh, that's smooth. All right. Sarah Connor. So we got 3 heads for Sarah Connor. I know which one I'm going to use. Actually, you know what? The only thing that John's missing for me from the stage show is a bandana. He had a bandana on his head in that show. But short of that, it's close enough. Come on. Oh, wait. I told you it's going to take some time to get used to them being tied in. Is it just her feet that are tied in? Oh, no, she's tied around the upper torso as well. Careful. Come on. Come on. Easy. Don't do anything terrible. Oof. There we go. Do you guys hold your breath when you watch me do that? Because I hold my breath when I do it. And let's just get her feet out of here. Can I pull them out? Yes, I can do. It's not as satisfying as the Marvel Legends, because you got to take them out a little bit more gingerly. And here is Sarah Connor, and she's kind of thin, kind of lanky, which I guess like Linda Hamilton was. I mean, she was in phenomenal shape. She was just so wiry and like incredibly muscular. Her hands obviously are in a bizarre looking position here. But we can when she's packing heat, when we got her holding like a big old machine gun, that'll look fine. But yeah, her feet her legs are kind of at a awkward kind of angle at the moment. But again, I've got to get more familiar with the articulation of these Neca figures, because I'm afraid to like bend them in certain ways, because they hide the joints so well. Because with Marvel Legends, you know exactly where the elbow joint is normally, because there's a big colourful peg in the middle of it that completely doesn't match the costume, Spider-Man. But yeah, with Neca, especially with clothes, they integrate the joints with the soft goods as well. So you're like, is that a bend, or is it just a crease in the trousers? But one thing I've noticed with all my Neca figures so far, like, they are so well weighted. Like, they stand beautifully. That's really impressive, considering how kind of flimsy, I guess, a lot of these figures are. So Sarah, looking good so far. But like I said, this isn't the head that I want to have on her. Let me bust out a couple of the other ones. All right, we have shaggy hair, Sarah. And I'm trying to think like when she sort of appears most with this kind of hair. Because in Pescadero, she's got it mainly sort of tied back in a ponytail. And I'm sure she does have it down. I'm trying to think, when does she have it down? That's kind of befuddling to me. I think I'm going to have to watch the film for the 868th time. Because I'm trying to think of when we see Sarah Connor like this with her hair down, and nothing springs to mind. If you know, you might be screaming at me. It's like, how can you call yourself a Terminator fan and you don't remember that scene when she has her hair down? I really don't think so, though. All right, now this is the head that I want to pose her with, because again, in the stage show, they want to disguise the actress as much as possible. So we have the hat and the glasses, and that could be anyone under there. So, make sure I don't destroy my cabinets. Whew, that was close. I almost hit that one. And we can pop the head on here. And here we go. Now, I'm a little, again, getting familiar with Neca. It's not so obvious and easy to pop the heads on and off. Because, like with the Hasbro, they have like the nice big ball joints to get that nice big pop. But here, like, they don't have the big ball on the end. It's just like a sort of a stick, really. And I'm very afraid to like give too much effort. Like, is that it? Nah, her neck is way too high. Am I going to have to do some hot water treatment? I think probably some hot water treatment. But I'm terrified of damaging this. Because I do know that, you know, if a figure is damaged once it's out of the packaging, you ain't getting it back. You ain't sending it back. I had to message once for my Raphael had a little ding on his red bandana. I was like, hey, there's a bit of a ding. Can I send it back? And they were like, have you opened the packaging? I was like, well, yeah, because how else would I see it? Oh, wait, so I can't send it back. It's fine. It is what it is. I'll get over it. Okay, I might need to heat up the head because it looks like her neck is a little bit long. Or am I crazy? Nah, that is a little bit of a giraffe neck. But for the sake of this video, because I'm kind of trapped here amongst all the debris, I'll leave it as is for now. But ooh, now we got the good stuff. We got the sniper machine gun where she goes to try and take out Dyson with, and fires back at the helicopter with as well. This is great because it's not. I want like M16. Is that the other gun that kind of looks like this, but it's a bit bigger and chunkier? Because this looks a lot smaller and more sort of streamlined. But that looks great. But really, the gun that's really fun and iconic is the shotgun. The one hand. Oh, that was that moment where she's just peppering the T-1000. He's getting closer and closer, but you know she's not going to do it. Arnie's got to have his big comeback moment. But yeah, this was great. I also recognize this gun from Muldoon in Jurassic Park. Clever girl. But yeah, that's a badass shotgun there. I really love that. And yes, you can fold that back as well. So that is a beautiful accessory. I just caught the light nicely there. There you go, you can get a great look at that. I'll pile that in the huge pile of accessories, but I will pose her with this gun because, again, stage show, this is what the stage show Sarah Connor has. So let me just pop this in her hands here. I'll put the strap over her head if I can do. I don't want to get all mixed up here. Maybe I won't. You know what? I won't put the strap over her head because that's going to be a bit complicated, I think, and it's not going to be a very exciting video for you guys to watch. And again, with the hot water, I might need to, I'm not going to be silly. I was getting ahead of myself. I think she'll need some hot water to open up those hands. So in the meantime, I will pop the gun just on her shoulders there. And that works quite well. And she definitely needs to have the gun in her hands. Otherwise, she's got these kind of like slightly zombie-looking hands. But in the meantime, she'll look pretty cool. Again, like stands so easily. Like I don't think she'd stand because she looks like she's leaning quite far back from where I'm sitting. But actually, no, she's fine there. So I'll pop her on the Spinatron. And that is 3 of 4. Oh, but also, she has 2 other weapons. She has the handgun which I always remember when she's got Miles Dyson and she's like, "It's all your fault." Such a dramatic scene. And then she's got her knife as well, which I'm guessing is when she carved No Fate into the table. Man, so many accessories here. This is going to take ages to clean up. I'll start uploading this video and then I'll start cleaning all this stuff up. Right, we're going to need a sip of beer for this last one. I don't think this video is going to get many views because I am going on way too long. But for you guys who like to have something in the background, this is for you. I promise I'm going to do a more concise video tomorrow. Or maybe even tonight if I'm feeling generous. So finally, the big gun. Arnie himself, the Terminator. Here he is in all his glory. Let's crack him open. First of all, open the door and look at everything we have here. Oh my goodness, so much going on. 3 heads, all the accessories. Let's bust this guy out. Let's do this. I'm so happy with this. This is a set I should have got such a long time ago. But never too late to start spending lots of money on action figures. You know, there's never a bad time. What's that you say? Global pandemic? Mass joblessness? That's not a bad time. That's the best time. Because you never know when you might be able to again. Alright, here is Arnie out of the packaging. Oh, it's still in the clamshell. And he's looking good. He is looking good. Right, I'm going to remember to cut him loose. There we go. Parents, if you're watching this with your kids, tell them be much more careful with knives than Dave is. And let's get that plastic crack. Yeah. Okay, he popped out a lot easier. There you go, that's how it's done. And here is the T-800 out of the packaging. Looking so cool. This is the guy right here. This is the Arnie that I saw as like a 10-year-old and was like, this is the most awesome dude in the world. I want to be like this guy. And eventually I was. So he's got the bullet holes in the back. I love, in all the iterations of this figure, they always have the texture and the bullet holes in the jacket always look so good. He's got his gloved hands there as well, because of course by the time he has this look, he's missing the flesh from one of his arms, which I always thought was like, really? Did you have to go to that length to prove you were a cyborg? You couldn't have done something a little less conspicuous, but still, it was dramatic and it looked so badass. He also has so many accessories, all of them essential. The all-important grenade launcher. So can you? I don't know if you can. I don't think you can open it or anything, which is fine because you don't need to. But yeah, the grenade launcher looks awesome. So that goes there, and of course that would go over his shoulder. The old, what was it like? My key won't work. Let me try mine. So many. That's what's so great about Terminator 2. There's so many cheesy lines, but all of them land. All of them are great, you know? There's so much cheese, but the film never loses its, like, realness. There's never any winking to the camera. That's what the later Terminator movies screwed up with. Every joke was like, because that's the joke from the Terminator, because you know that from, that's the joke. Ugh, God, they're awful. But with this, it's just like, oh no, that was a genuinely funny moment, which doesn't break the reality of the story. So yeah, and here we have the classic shotgun. So cool. Love this. The first time I held this prop gun, I was like, oh, it's like Excalibur. It's like freaking Excalibur. When you hold that gun and you did that first time, you chunk chunk. Because, word to the wise, you can't do the spinny thing with that gun. Schwarzenegger had a specially made handle to do the flip. If you try doing that with a normal handle, you will break your fingers. As Schwarzenegger nearly found out, apparently. He tried doing it with the wrong gun and nearly broke his fingers. True story. So that gun's going to go there. Because, of course, we've got to match up the correct props for the correct time in the movie. So the shotgun was long gone by this point. he had traded up for something bigger and better. Of course, he still had some smaller arms as well. Is this taped down? Let me see. We've got the little pistol, the little pistola. But I think there's some tape over the top of this. There we go. There we are. So he had El Pistola, which he used to kneecap all the poor security SWAT team guys. He's like, hey, wait, you swore! Trust me. Ah, again, so many good lines. All right, again, we've got from the mall, from the shopping mall, he's got his sunglasses Arnie head there. But of course, we don't need that because if he's in the shopping mall, he wouldn't have the bandolier, he'd have a black t-shirt. Can't have the sunglasses on there. It doesn't make any sense. And of course, I'm saying a lot of courses. We have the awesome looking battle damaged head. This is just so iconic. There's a reason why in every single Terminator movie, come on, focus. There's a reason why, I'll even do the little hand thing that everyone does. There's a reason why in every Terminator movie, nope, didn't help at all. There's a scene where he loses half his face. Because half your face missing and replaced with a cyborg just looks wicked. And yeah, looking at it here, it's beautiful. Beautifully done. Like, the face sculpt for Arnie has those kind of like, that kind of jowl, kind of upside down, Carl Urban, Judge Dredd kind of frown. And that is just beautiful. It's a shame I won't be displaying him like that because again, it doesn't exactly match up. If he's missing that much of his face, he's got to be missing the part in his chest. He's got to be missing his knee. So that head's gonna have to sit on the cutting room floor, I'm afraid. You got to be accurate, pal. You got to be accurate. Now then, now we literally have the big gun. we got the big gun here. He's got a damn minigun. Which I might be mistaken, it might just be an urban rumor, but I think like this is the same prop gun that Jesse Ventura had in Terminator. It's not just the same model, it's actually the same prop. Which if it is, awesome. And I love the idea that Terminator and Predator actually are a shared universe. So I'd like to think that somehow that gun found its way back from the jungle. It probably was picked up at some point when the military came in to investigate everything. They probably found that gun, put it back in storage. Sarah Connor's buddy found it, nicked it, and it ended up with the Terminator. But Dave, you handsome aficionado of all things Terminator, how could that be possible? How could Arnie get this gun if Arnie is a Terminator and Arnie is a Predator? That doesn't make any sense, dude. Hear me out here. This is a well-known theory. Once the US government were aware of the existence of predators and aliens and whatnot, they came up with a military defense contract to try and make these new weapons to defend against aliens. Thus, Skynet. And who helped them develop this? The one guy who's actually had experience dealing with predators, Dutch Schaefer. So who do they base the T-800 on? Dutch mother Schaefer. So how cool is that? Shared universe. So Dutch Schaefer is the prototype like look and genetics for the T-800. It's all connected, man. It's all connected. At least that's my theory anyway. All right, so what are we talking about? The minigun. And here it is. It looks like a slightly bendy minigun. I might have to give this a little bit of hot water treatment. But I'll forgive it. I'll allow it because it's looking wicked and it's kind of rocking my world. So he has the satchel. Again, I've got to rewatch the scene because I think when he's actually firing the minigun, he has the satchel on the floor. I say satchel, the backpack with all the ammunition. I think he drops that on the floor and then goes to town, like taking out the police. But let's just see if I can put the minigun in his hands or if it'll, again, need the hot water to open up the fingers. Because I don't want to force or upset anything here. Because these figures are just too nice. They're just too good. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to try and force that in there. Because that's just asking for trouble. So instead, I am going to place Arnie on the Spinatron. Oh wait, I want to make sure that he stands perfectly well. Yeah, there. Oh, God, Neca! Oh, you've done it again. So I'm going to place Arnie amongst the 4 principal characters. And there we have, if I can maneuver them, this is the real test. Steady, steady. There we go. Whew, look at that. There we have the 4 primary characters from not only Terminator 2, but Terminator 2 3D Battle Across Time, which has finally closed its doors for the last time. The last venue to ever host that was in Osaka, Japan. And now that has closed its doors after like 20 years. It was 96? 2006, 2016. Geez, nearly 25 years that show was running. That is insane. So this is a wonderful little tribute to me, to myself, to everyone who was ever a part of that show. We're all covered, guys. We have everyone here. I'm so pleased with this set. This is amazing. Only took me 40 minutes to get through it all. Now I've got to spend another 40 minutes cleaning this up and actually admiring these figures myself. I love this. I love this set. I will probably still get at least 1, maybe 2 T-800 skeletons, because like the exoskeletons look great and that'll add to the set. And I will probably definitely get the regular T-1000 in like the cop sort of overalls. They're not overalls, but you know what I mean. The non-motorcycle cop version. But guys, this is awesome. I'm so happy with this. Thanks for watching, if you're still watching, because I've been rabbiting on for a while. Like I said, this video ain't gonna do too good. I gotta post in more Neca groups, because right now the Marvel Legends viewers are like, dude, you are not catering to your audience right now. I'm trying to grow my audience, guys. Speaking of which, please join the 6-1 Clicks by clicking the subscribe button. And of course, like this video. It helps with the algorithm and all that jazz. Follow me on Instagram, displaying_model_behavior. Send me some fan art, someone creative. Make a thing and I'll put it up on the wall. I love that. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for enjoying the excitement. And I will see you in the next episode. Keep displaying model behavior. And of course, hasta la vista, baby.